description.
Alright, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do on your instant noodle journey or instant noodle voyage or instant noodle thing you do. And today I've got something. This is from Nongshim, celebrating their 60th anniversary on Earth. This is Nongshim Ramyun. So I saw this and I wanted to get it, and then we were out and then I saw it and we got it. And so I'm gonna try it. I'm always interested in trying new stuff from Nongshim. They've been around for a long time, obviously, and they're really nice. They're nice, I'm telling you. I want to say it was 2012. In 2012, I was actually contacted by Nongshim. They were paying attention to the fact that I was doing all these reviews and stuff, and they invited me over to hang out. And my wife came, and me, and we went and visited, and it was really neat. And super nice people. And that's what we did. We got to go see. We visited the factory. We did the tour. Really nice place. The biggest thing that I came out of that tour was, man, that place is clean. I would have no problem eating something off of the floor there. Like, if you made me a pizza and dropped it on the floor, I would have no qualms about picking it up and eating it. I swear. It was, like, insanely clean. And they taught us all about all the stuff that goes into the whole keeping that place clean. You gotta go through an airlock, you gotta go through I had to wear a head mask and a beard mask and all this stuff. And, I mean, it's clean. If you want clean food, it's clean. Very, very safe, very sanitary place. Which most instant noodle factories that I've been to, if not all, I'd say all, have been incredibly clean. Because it's like you're dealing with a huge amount of food. You don't want people to get sick if you make a food product. And so, yeah. But yeah, it was really nice. We got to go to SeaWorld too, and we also got to go see a Padres game. Padres and the Dodgers. We are anti-Dodgers. Dodgers won, of course. But that was cool. It was very, very cool. But there were a couple things that I've gained through my knowing the folks over at Nongshim. I haven't really... I don't know, the people that were used to be there, I think they're still there, but I think they have different positions. People in the instant noodle industry seem to, like, move around a bit. More like vertically, you know? And the fella that showed us around and stuff, he got promoted probably a couple times by now. Really super nice guy. And he actually is the birth of the bottom 10 list. So he was like always fascinated by top 10s. It's like, have you ever thought about doing a bottom 10? And I never had. And I thought, why not? So I came out with a bottom 10 list. I don't know if it was the first one that did really well, but one of them did. Maybe it was the second one. It might have been the first. But either way, yeah, bottom 10 list, and the list nobody wants to be on. And honestly, Nongshim's never had a product on there as far as I can remember. Granted, there are things on the bottom 10 that have gotten off of that list. And it's just like my tastes have evolved over time. And, yeah. But, yeah. Cool beans. But the dude who showed us around, he's like, when you get big and famous, don't forget us. Nah, I'll never forget you guys. I actually sent them an email last night because they've got a new product line that I'm really fascinated by. I think it's called Ramyun, Chef. And it's got some varieties in the mix. There's a curry in there. And I don't know that I've had Korean curry instant noodle varieties, but I don't know that I've ever seen one from Nongshim. So, yeah. And one thing too, if you didn't know, and I learned while I was there, Nongshim means farmer's heart. And they have had ranges of products that have come out under the name Farmer's Heart. They had a pho that was underneath that range, or under that moniker. Nomenclature. Words. Yeah. So that's cool. So what's interesting about this one is you've got your powder base and you've got your veg base, or veg flake sachet. And then there's this one. And this one here, you put in at the end and stir it all up. So I'm really curious what this is going to bring. I think this is going to be the spicy aspect. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But when I was down there too, they brought us into the, what do you call it? The R&D. We got to try something they were working on in R&D. Their R&D was really neat. They had like a wall in there that had like stuff of theirs from South Korea and stuff from all these other companies as well, you know, because you got to know about your competition and see what they're doing. So that's pretty cool. And yeah. And one of the bowls I'm using today, or in my collection, is a bowl that they gave me, that the president of Nongshim USA gave me, which was very kind. Thank you. So here we go. They gave me a plate too, and that plate was so neat, and over the years I used it so much, and it got washed so many times, and it got chipped and finally broke in half. But if you look at my early reviews, you'll see a really nice plate that had kind of like paint drips on it. That's it. But I haven't had that plate in years. This is interesting. It smells good. So, I'm really not sure what to expect on this one. I thought this was going to be made in Rancho Cucamonga, but this one's actually made in South Korea for the U.S. market. I think it's probably also in the, they have a local version as well. Might be the same product. I don't know. But this one, it doesn't have any beef in it. I don't know if this is really a beef flavored variety either. So, but yeah, this one's made in South Korea. They refer to the South Korean factory as NSK, and the one in the United States as NSA. At least when I was down there. But I don't know if they still do it. I was looking at their website today, and they mentioned the tours still. And if they're doing the tours again, and you're in the Rancho Cucamonga area, I don't know if they do individual. That we lucked out, you know. Got like a really, really nice up close and personal tour with a lot of Q&A. But they might only do group tours. But if you have a group and you want to do a tour, I do it. It's really neat if they do that. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to say from the outset, I'm getting something on this one that I do not recognize. It's like an almost acidic tanginess, and it's very interesting. Let's have a look at the broth. This is interesting. I wonder if what I'm tasting is that last ingredient in the sachet. Here's our broth. Maybe that's the the anchovy and that is interesting. That is really interesting. I really like it, and yeah, I'm stoked. I like it when the ones that I see and I get instantly like excited about them, when I have to hunt them down and I find them and they end up being good. A lot of the time I'll hunt stuff down and be like, yeah, I can't wait to try this, and it ends up being garbage. This one is not. Oh, you know what it is? It's like a black pepper flavor, but it's really bright. Kind of hard to explain other than that. But yeah, this bowl, they gave me this bowl. Thank you very much again. They gave me, oh my God, they gave me so many different little promo items and stuff. They know how to, you want to make me happy, give me a bunch of instant noodle swag. That definitely makes me happy. Okay. Chinese sausage. I am a huge proponent, adherent, fan of Chinese sausage. Stallion. Oh, I should have used the thing I used to slice my onions. You can feed it from the top, and when you do so, it gives them an angle cut, and that angle cut is very, you'll see it in images of South Korean instant noodle packaging. I don't know why, but that's how they like to do. Alright, now let's hope the egg decides. Usually when I slice it this way, it's more than happy to oblige, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes, oh yeah, we're okay this time. Good, and it's still very jammy. But yeah, I'm so stoked on these eggs, folks. I can't even begin to tell you, because the local store had the eggs I liked, and they had that beautiful orangey look to them, and then all of a sudden, the same packaging, same everything, and they didn't have that, and it was like a real letdown. But I did find eggs that give me that same happiness. Actually, the brand is Happy Egg, and they're Happy Egg Heritage. They're blues and browns, or blues and reddish eggs, and those are where it's at. Yeah. We're going to use some of this. It's funny how interchangeable this stuff is. So that's pepper thread. And on the packaging for this stuff, it says it's Korean. But quite honestly, I've seen it more often on like tonkatsu, like spicy tonkatsu and things like that. So I don't know what to say, but alright. And there we are. This is the 60th anniversary Nongshim Ramyun. Find it. It's good. Well. Oh. Well, very cool. I have a huge amount of Korean varieties right now, which is good because I do want to come out with a top 10 Korean list again soon. I should let you know this. So you know how in the last years, like if it comes out after July, it's going to be for the, like if I came out with a top 10 list July 1st, since that's on the second half of the year, that would be the 2027 edition. No, I'm done. I'm done with getting the silly comments and all that stuff. Whoever recommended to me I do it that way, no. That's all done. So there will be some lists that won't come out this year. Some lists that will come out again that say 2026 edition. But generally, it's always going to be the year it came out from now on. So now you know. Anyways, yeah, cool. This has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Find this one. Check it out. It's good. Have a good one. Bye-bye.